Um, First question is, I think you made a comment along the way about the high margin, the margins in the music division going to continue to increase. There was a point about that, and I don't think I understood why that was actually going to happen.
There are several reasons for the margins improvement in music division. First reason is because CJENM is shifting toward management business, and it creates it has a lot of revenue sources, not only digital music and albums, but also concert. Um, Appearances on TV or merchandise goods. That's the reason why. That's the reason one. And although there is a characteristic in management business that as the star's main value goes up, the margins for the music management company goes down. But CJENM mostly engages in management of rookies such as stars and produce one-on-one. And if they continue to produce more programs and more rookies with these addition programs, I think they will maintain their margins.
Okay, second question was with respect to your valuation. For the PE supporting valuation you did, you applied a 30% discount again. You explained it for the sum of the parts why you're using a 30% discount. I didn't get the logic for the 30% discount here. Is it the same, or is there another thought there?
Actually, it's another thought, because the 30% discount in the asset valuation was just for non-operating assets, which is stake in Netmarble. And the reason why we discounted 30% is we thought it was difficult of immediate and full realization of Netmarble stake. And the 30% discount in the PER valuation was a kind of market discount. Like, as you know, Korean companies gets low valuation than the global companies, so we discount 30%. But it's just for cross-check, and our main valuation is SAT.
In your EBIT forecast, you said that part of the reason why the company will continuously improve EBIT margins by 2019 is because high success probability of overseas films. And can you elaborate more why you think there is high success probability of overseas films?
First we anticipated that the number of films overseas will increase as we presented, and we also anticipated that it will succeed in overseas market because CJENM has actually many strong hits like 수상한 그녀 in Korean, or Saigon Bodyguard, or Tracer, or like this, and 3 of CJENM's films in Vietnam are on the list of top 10 box office in Vietnam. So we thought that CJENM will have a strength in Vietnam film markets.
Okay, you did a thorough analysis of the Vietnamese film market, but and I guess the reason why you did it is because Vietnam is a very important market for CJENM. Can you tell me some other important markets that are worth looking as potential investors for this company?
Besides Vietnam?
By doing research, we found out that Turkey is another potential market for CJENM, in that the population distribution in Turkey is very favorable to the film business, because 20 to 30 age group is proportion of 20 to 30 age group is very high, and also the portion of domestic movies in the Turkish film market is very high.
In addition, we thought that Indonesia is also a very good film market that investors will have interest in, because the GDP growth rate of Indonesia for recent 8 years is also about 8%, and we thought that it will be a very good signal for the growth of film market in Indonesia.
I have one question on your valuation methodology. Your second investment point is about synergy between business segments. So, given that, wondering how did you factor in synergies between business segments when you are using sum of parts valuation? If that synergy will happen between business segments.
We first calculated the revenue of music division concerning the synergies between media and music division, and then we also calculated the operating cost by concerning those synergies. We mainly thought that the synergies between media division and music division is more of one way than double way, because we thought that the synergy from the effect of synergy from the media division to music division is more large. So when calculating the synergy effect into the music revenue, we calculated the difference between the estimated revenue with the CAGR of 3Q14 to 3Q16, and then we calculated the difference between the real revenue of 3Q17 and the estimated revenue of 3Q17 without synergy, and that we considered the difference to be the effect of synergy.
So basically, my key takeaway from your presentation is that you're very optimistic about the earnings outlook of CJ First, on the pictures division, you basically forecasted that EBIT margin will increase with revenue, right? That chart there. So I'm just curious, is that coming from theater expansion? Because when you increase revenues, especially in case of theaters, that actually is loss making in the initial stage. So just curious about the assumptions you made there.
We thought that the increase in revenues mainly comes from the increase of the number of films released overseas. The increasing revenues from increasing revenue from increasing theaters mainly goes to CJ, we thought, but also with this, we thought this will help increase the revenues of CJ E&M, because there is some vertical integration in movie industry. So, with the increase of number of films released overseas and the increase of average visits to theater in Vietnam, we as forecasted the revenues like this.
Also, from our research, we saw that per film production costs for overseas, in particular Vietnam, are lower than production costs in Korea. And we projected that since most of the historical films that have been released into Vietnam from CJ's E&M have been successful hits, so the success rate of them would be high. We believe that the revenue would increase at a faster rate than what would be the smaller proportion of costs for production.
So related to your earnings projection, what do you think will be the key downside risk to your earnings estimates? I mean, you talked about Speed of Dragon as a risk, but I mean, since you're very aggressive, because you're expecting margins to double, triple, right? So what would be the key downside risk to that?
One of the key downside risks may be the decline of TV advertising market. Actually, TV advertising market comprises the biggest part of the total revenue of CJ E&M, but its market size is decreasing now. However, we believe there still is a potential for CJ E&M for the higher unit ad price and also the quantity to accommodate those, because CJ E&M possesses a lot of channels, and those channels rerun rates are very high. So we believe that may be the downside risk, but would not have immediate impact on the CJ E&M's revenue.
Furthermore, the sluggish growth of the TV ad market, we thought would be offset by the upsurge in revenue from media content, such as the increased number of dramas, which will be produced according to the company itself.
수고하셨습니다.
평가 천천히 하시고요. 다 되시면 601 7로